Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
It's time to raise the roof with this new baseball MLB podcast that we have all about your Tampa Bay Rays, run by three very avid, passionate Tampa Bay Rays fans. This is our first episode. Obviously, it's the middle of quite a weird, crazy baseball season going on now. So we're quickly going to introduce ourselves. I'm going to come up with a better intro for next episode, and then we're going to get on to what's going on tonight, which if you guys haven't found out what's going on in the world of the Tampa Bay Rays, oh boy, there is a lot to talk about.
Yeah, no kidding.
Definitely.
So Evan or Gibby, whichever one of you guys want to take the floor first.
I'll go first. I'm the first Evan. I'm Evan Gibson. Longtime Tampa resident, born and raised. And I guess that's how born and raised, huh?
Nice.
I guess that's how I kind of became
Nice
a
pun.
Rays. That's how I kind of became a Rays fan. You know, playing Little League, I was the Rays like 3 times, so it was just kind of came naturally to be a. I was also my name's also Evan. I love Evan Longoria, so there's that. You know,
Yeah, helps out.
so that's why I love the Rays. That's why I'm here today.
All right, and I'm also Evan, and I'm a junior journalism student at the University of Maryland, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And I became a Rays fan because obviously there are no baseball teams in North Carolina. However, the Durham Bulls are about 25 minutes away from my house, and we used to have season tickets there all the time. And we got to see players like Carl Crawford, Ben Zobrist, Evan Longoria, Matt Joyce, like all come up through Durham Bulls, and we just kind of followed them up to their major league debuts and their careers with the Rays. And we just became attached to the team. So that's why I'm a Rays fan.
And then I guess I'm the last one. So, hi, I'm Alex Murphy. I just graduated from the University of Maryland. That's kind of how I know Evan, because we were both journalism students and comrades together. I am the weirdest one out of the group because I am born and raised in southern New Jersey, 20 minutes outside of Philadelphia. I grew up a Phillies fan, not surprisingly. And then so the Phillies won the World Series, obviously against the Rays in 2008. And that was the same year that I really started watching the Rays. And I was like, ooh, this team is fun and exciting and young. And then, like, it just changed. And then I went to the game when the Phillies actually won the World Series, which is just mind-blowing to me considering where I'm at now. And obviously now I'm a diehard Rays fan. Obviously, we have the best player in the world from the greatest university in the world on our team. And it just makes it so much better because Brandon Lau is just a godsend. And I think I have like 25.
Not recently though, but
not recently, but overall, I think I have like 25 of his rookie cards right now. Like I've just started buying like lots of his rookie cards, so I just have way too much. But I know they're going to escalate in value one day, so that is very much of a positive.
That's gold.
It is gold.
It's still only the second year too, so
yeah. See, you got to get it when it's low, and then it'll escalate in price. But then I'm just going to keep them
great
low.
Investment. I'd say it was a great investment. But
it was a great investment. I think I spent like $20 on the entire thing, but it was
easily a good investment.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely the weirdest one out of the group because I still live in New Jersey. I'm down the shore in New Jersey, which down the shore is a weird sentence in itself. And I like the rest of the teams that I like are Philadelphia sports teams, except for the Rays. So it's clearly a weird thing going on, but we're here. It's
working.
Great. It's working. Life is great, except for tonight.
It's a hell of a lot better than cheering for the Phillies.
It's that is damn true. The Phillies don't have a bullpen, and we do, even though half of it's gone. But like,
I think I could go out there and pitch with my left hand for the Phillies bullpen. Like,
honestly, I'm sure that you probably could. But I think that kind of leads into I guess our first kind of game recap of tonight's game. So we're recording this on September 1st. The Rays played a second game, or the second game in their 3-game series against the New York Yankees. Their last series against the Yankees this year at Yankee Stadium. The Rays ended up losing 5-3, so no raising the roof today, unfortunately. But some interesting things happened in the game, other than obviously them losing. DJ LeMahieu hit 2 home runs. 2 solo home runs off Trevor Richards. Kevin Kiermaier was, as normally himself, his aggressive self in the outfield. Tried to go for a diving catch off of Gio Urshela. Ball in the gap, ended up missing it. Everyone scored, including Urshela. who had an amazing swim dive on Michael Perez. Don't know how he did that. And then Willy Adames just absolutely airmailed Perez, was just a terrible throw.
Yeah.
And then that led to the Rays trying to rally back. In the ninth inning, some fireworks happened with one Aroldis Chapman, who, if you don't know, can throw the ball really hard.
Very hard.
I'd say that's still an understatement, but
Yeah.
But yeah, he ended up. Did he throw behind? Did he basically throw up and into every guy in the ninth inning? Because I know obviously he threw up and in at Brosseau, and he threw 101 at Brosseau's head.
Wendell came up in the ninth, didn't he?
Yeah.
First pitch was
so basically he
semi-inside.
threw
Semi-inside, but
so he threw close to all of them. Then obviously it escalated with throwing over Brosseau's head, throwing 101, which honestly is a life or death situation. Because if you get hit even with a helmet on that, that's like still the scariest thing in the world. Obviously, Wendell earlier in the game got hit by Masahiro Tanaka. Questionable whether or not it was intentional or not. I know we can discuss that in a second. But I wanted to get your thoughts on how did you guys feel about the game tonight?
I think we looked pretty good. Obviously shaky start, giving up a leadoff bomb to LeMahieu, but Richards looked really good. Other than LeMahieu, he didn't give up any runs to anybody else. 2 bombs to LeMahieu. Obviously Thompson looks shaky, but I'm all for that Kevin Kiermaier move. I think if that's anybody else in the outfield, I think you hold up from that and you just kind of let the run score. But, I mean, Kevin's made spectacular play after play. I trust him with his judgment, and it would have been a spectacular catch, but I like the effort. Not going to lie. I like what he did. It didn't work out for us, but, I mean, we played okay, I would say, and that was still the game changer, which was an error. I don't know if they counted. I don't think they counted it as an error, but I like the way we played. I mean, we've dominated the Yankees so far this season. We were kind of due to lose one, I would say, especially at Yankee Stadium where we've struggled even mightily is an understatement for the last 5 years. We had won 4 straight there. Like, I mean, I'm fine with it. Just bounce back tomorrow, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think that the Tanaka hit was definitely intentional because literally the pitch before was Joey was able to dodge the one that came in on him the pitch before, and then the very next pitch hit him. So I thought that was intentional. The Chapman, he's a little wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he didn't. The game situation doesn't make sense, but that's still a 101 fastball to the head, so it's gonna get a little heated even because that whole game, everyone was chirping. You know, there's a lot of emotions on both sides. And, you know, I liked how we played. We basically lost off an error, you know, like, let's say, I mean, there was like 3 things that went wrong there. There's Kevin missed the play, but, you know, I like that he went for it. He's Gold Glove, you know. I trust him to make that play, and sometimes he's not going to do it. So, you know, he throws to Adames. Adames throws a wild pitch, a wild throw to the home, and then the pitcher fumbles it. It just, everything went wrong on that play, and then Michael Perez not able to get the tag there.
Yeah.
You know, if Mike Zunino was there, you know, that's another injury we had. You know, he's not that good of a bat, but, you know, he's a really good catcher, and, you know, he probably would have gotten that play. I like Michael Perez too, but
I like Perez a lot. I'm a huge Perez fan.
I'm a huge Perez fan too. It's my boy Mikey. But, you know, we basically lost off of 1 error, and then we were starting to battle it back. Adames got a home run. You know, I'm just glad we're really hitting now. Kiermaier's doing really good last 3 games with the home run. So, you know, I'm not too mad about today's loss. I'm more just mad at the Yankees, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
And to go off on that play, too, like, the 2 biggest mistakes were Kevin maybe shouldn't have gone for that, but I personally think he should. And Adames, his unprecedentedly bad throw. I've never seen him make a throw like that.
That was a really bad throw.
However, they were the whole offense tonight. Kevin had 2-run bomb. Willie was a triple away from the cycle. Like,
that is true.
Like, Willie, I think he was 3 for 4. Like, can't fault them. They had a good game. They had a really good game other than that. Willie had a really, really good game other than that 1 throw, which really didn't really mean anything. That throw, 2 runs were already in. If Willie – it should have had him at the plate anyways. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Like, Willie overthrew him, but they should have had him at the plate anyways.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
honestly, that play reminded me of, so obviously we get the Phillies channels around me, and I think it was the Phillies were playing the Mets. It was the ninth inning. The Phillies were down. A ball was hit to, I think it was Conforto in the outfield, and he threw a laser to Wilson Ramos at home plate, had the runner dead to rights at third going home, and somehow Ramos absolutely missed the tag, and the guy was safe. And it was the same sort of thing here where it was like some swim dodge and some swim tag, and that's how Urshela got in at home plate, which is honestly credit to him. That was an amazing slide.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
so
Oh,
no, go Evan. Sorry about that.
I was just gonna say, like, the phenomenal stride by Urshela, but I agree with what Evan said. I think if Zunino's in that game, he blocks the plate better. Perez left the plate wide open. Perez left half the plate wide open. You got to block the plate on that. And I think Zunino's bigger body, first of all, he's just bigger frame.
Yeah,
he's able to block the plate better. And the run, even if the run doesn't score, that doesn't mean we even tie the game. But the like 2-run difference and a 3-run difference is big in baseball. So
yeah,
definitely.
But,
yeah. So I'm higher on Perez than I am on Zunino because of his age, and also Zunino can't hit anything. I'm still pissed off that we didn't re-sign d'Arnaud, because honestly, I would have preferred d'Arnaud over both of them, because he can both. I mean, he's shown that he can play defense, and obviously he's shown that he can hit. So both of those things we need, considering that the guys that we currently have can't hit and can field, but like it's not as good as I wish that we would have. I guess going back on what's going on or what happened with the game tonight, I'm like 50-50 on the Kiermaier play, because I know that, like, in my mind, if he would have slowed up on that, taken that on a bounce and then thrown home, then there would have been a possibility he could have gotten the guy out at home, because I don't know if that guy was running off the bat. I don't know if it was a thing like that. But I think that
was. I would say he was, but I didn't see it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I forget. So, but he could have gotten him at home, or at least, if anything, just gotten, like, they would have only gotten one run on that play.
Yeah, true.
With the possibility of scoring more, but at the time it was only one run. And who knows what would have happened after that. Thompson got a really bad break on that. Obviously, Adames' throw was horrendous. Like that's where the stems from is that none of the Chapman wouldn't have come in the ninth inning, hypothetically speaking. Because if the Yankees would have only gotten one in that inning, then it would have been tied 3-3. Who knows if Britton would have been brought in the eighth to face them, and then who knows what would have happened in the ninth, and we wouldn't even have had this situation. That being said, the Yankees do have a guy on their team who was previously hit with a fastball in the face, and we've seen what happens when a guy gets thrown at and gets hit there. Obviously, Mike Fiers can't throw 101 miles an hour. I think what's he averaging, like low to mid 90s at best. Like he's not a fireballer. But then you have Chapman, who's thrown 101 with there's a lot on that.
Yeah, that's a weapon. That's a
and the thing
you
that
could
gets
literally
me is
kill
that,
someone with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say that's intentional either, because Chapman is known to be all over the place.
Yeah.
But the fact that Brosseau struck out, he knew that. He walked back to the dugout. It didn't look like he said anything, and then like sparks flew after that. Kind of makes me realize that they were talking like crap, and that I was like, well, maybe it was on purpose. I don't know, but I don't know. I think that's a terrible look for the Yankees.
Yeah.
But I mean, in that there's going to be stuff on both sides, though. But even with that, like the Yankees are going to complain about it, because they're going to say, I mean, like we've already seen it on Twitter and on social media and that stuff, that they've complained about stuff in the past because the Rays are throwing guys inside. Now this happens, and now the Rays are the ones that complain. And then on the other side of it, the Rays are going to be like, you literally threw a 101-mile-an-hour fastball at a guy's head and you could have killed him. Like regardless, intentional or not intentional, that's literally endangering someone's life.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
Brosseau must still be in complete shock after that. I can't imagine.
The conversation changes if he gets hit straight up.
Like
different.
I can't imagine what he was thinking when that was coming towards him. Like that must have been one of the scariest things of all all time. Like
it was extremely scary. But I mean, hopefully cooler heads will prevail tomorrow. They won't go crazy, even though Kevin Cash said some things after the game. Definitely fighting words. Yeah, I think he's backing up his guys, unlike Jace Tingler.
We're not some like bum team who the Yankees, they're dominant money wise, but they can't just push us around like that. And I like Kevin Cash defending our players. Yeah. I like him saying that you can't just like walk over us. Like we have beaten you 7 out of 9 times this year. Like don't forget that.
but I
Um,
don't want our guys throwing 98 at their heads. Like
I don't
Yeah.
think we will.
I don't
Yeah,
I
want.
think
It
I
was a
think
little bit too much.
he said the 98. He said he had a bullpen full of people who can throw 98. I think that's him saying, I'll do what I have to. I'm not gonna play that way. It's like talk softly but carry a big stick kind of
it's just
deal.
it's just
You
like be
just
careful what you do. Like
yeah
if you throw at us, I mean, we got the weapons to throw back at you. And also,
That's true.
I don't think we're gonna throw tomorrow. I mean, Morton's on the
yeah.
mound. Morton's a pretty humble guy. He doesn't throw heat anyway.
He's just gonna carve him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully he's been better than what he's been throughout the beginning of the season. But
They just need a good performance from him. They need a good performance from the bullpen, and they need Brandon Lau to come out of whatever funk he's in right now because he's batting. I think his OPS is down to 950 something, and his average is down to like 266 or 264,
Yeah,
which
he's gotta
is
start hitting again.
yeah, he needs to start hitting again because
But-
he's the spark plug of that team right now.
yeah, especially with Yandy out for at least 10 days. But
Yeah,
hey,
that's not good.
Willie's been looking really, really good recently. His average is up to like 280, 290 maybe even. I don't know
Yeah,
exactly what it is, but
I've loved watching him these last 2 seasons. Just watching him
Willie's
grow.
Willie's
He's-
one of my he's
He's
just
a really
so,
consistent player, but then again, we do have a guy who's like supposed to be a god that's supposed to be coming up in the shortstop position, in the coming years.
I think he's one of the best defensive shortstops
He's
in the
batting
game.
316 right now.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he's batting 316. Lau's batting 264.
Despite Adamas's horrid throw today, I mean, he makes plays that most other shortstops don't make or
He
even
looks
think
really
about
good.
making. He's got
Honestly, he's
confidence.
becoming really good trade bait.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Well,
No.
Well, see,
It
I
happens.
say that because it's the Rays, and also
Yeah, it's the Rays.
we have Wander Franco. Like
It's true.
I love Adamas, but also like if Wander's supposed to be this guy who's supposed to be crazy good, and he's like 20 right now, then I'll take Wander over Adamas, and I'll have Adamas go somewhere, and then we can get good pieces back to continue to build off of that.
Yeah, I mean that's logical, but Adamas is still what? Is this his third full year in the league?
It's his third or fourth. But I'm not discounting what he's done. I mean, he's been a really consistently good player in the last few years. He's actually, I mean, he's only 25, so it's not like, yeah, this is his third full year. Third season last year was his first full year. He played 85 games in 2018. Obviously, this year's kind of weird because what do you consider a full season?
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of his average, I mean, he's improved average OBP and slugging. Then again, it's only 35 games compared to like 152, but still.
Yeah. I also think he's just like one of the more vocal guys on the team. He's hyping everyone up all the time. Every time there's a home run hit, he's always celebrating with whoever hit the home run. He's probably like one of the biggest personalities on the team. So I love
got
him
a great
for that.
attitude. I feel like
Yeah.
Adamas is one of my favorite players. I think he's
He's
very
really
fundamental.
enjoyable to watch.
He seems like he's working on his game every time there's a workout. I feel like he's always out there. Like Topkin always tweets about like them doing fielding drills. I'm pretty sure it's not mandatory, and he's always out there working on it. I think he's really driven. I like him as a player, and he just seems like a really good dude too. So
it'd be nice if they could keep him for a while longer. I mean, I don't know what kind of extension that they have on this contract, but I guess that kind of leads into so I just talked about obviously Adamas trade. The trade deadline just passed in Major League Baseball. The Rays made no big deals at the deadline, unlike last year, 2 years ago was when was the trade?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago, I believe.
That was 2 years ago, the greatest trade in the history of baseball.
Yeah. If you're a Rays fan.
I still don't understand I don't know how he pulled that one off, but
that was an amazing trade. That was just an amazing trade.
The Pirates deserve to be where they are right now after that trade, honestly.
But like
that literally made them like sell the team. Now they're gonna have new owners.
I got so hyped. Like I got so hyped from the first part of it, and then I got so hyped that we got Baz afterwards because Baz is gonna be a stud.
3 players for Archer is a lot in general. Let alone those 3.
I would have taken I think like Archer for Glass now was probably like a good trade.
Yeah,
but
like Meadow.
In hindsight, that would have been like a good trade. Like,
Well,
because Chris Archer has just not been performing for
he's
the Pirates.
He
He
didn't
suffered
really
the
even perform
curse.
for us either. I don't
Yeah.
think he was
He
like
did. He
he was
did.
always like okay. Like he was never that. Except for one, he made the All-Star team one year, but other than that, he was always like
He was He was
okay.
never a great guy. He was. I would say okay to like good
Yeah.
was like his ceiling. I mean, he was a high energy guy, but so I mean, I think I was really excited because there were a few guys that had come up in terms of possible trade prospects. So one of them was Daniel Norris, a left-handed pitcher out of the. I think he's still in the Tigers organization,
Yeah,
right?
he's still in Detroit.
And then the big one, which I was really hype about, was Joey Gallo of the Texas Rangers. Who, oh my God, if they would have gotten Joey Gallo, I would have like gone nuts.
But then get rid of Renfroe too. We could have gotten rid of Renfroe.
I love
Gallo in.
I like Renfroe because he played for the Bethesda Big Train, which is like a college baseball or like a collegiate summer league baseball team who I interned for, and was a god with them. And he's just like he can't hit.
Yeah,
like he can hit home runs, but he's really
Oh, when he gets a hold of one, he hits it a mile. Yeah. But
and that makes me sad because I was like, when he comes to Tampa, he's gonna figure things out. He's gonna figure out his swing. He's gonna improve his average because I know Petco is a really like when he was on the Padres, Petco is a pitcher's ballpark.
Yeah.
So I can understand why his average was low. I'm just like I know that he's better than that, and I got to talk to him before the season, and he seemed really hyped and excited. And like I just hope that he does better than what he is because I know that he's better than batting 170, 180.
I still like the trade though. I still really like that trade. I mean, like feel bad for Pham. I think Pham was out. He is out for the season now. Great player for the Rays, but like
he also talked crap about the team.
His base running was one of the worst base running he could bat 400, but never be on base because he'd always try to stretch the single into a double. And Margot's been playing really, really well recently. I think it was it just Renfroe and Margot we got for Pham?
It was Was that the Pham trade or was that the Pagan trade? It might have been.
Oh, we got Margot. Oh, yeah, that might have been. I forgot.
Between those two trades, that's how we got Renfroe and Margot.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, and then so one of the guys that we traded away, or one of the guys that we traded for last year, we traded away Matthew Liberatore, which I was really angry about because I was like, he's a left-handed arm that we need, and he was going to become a stud. Now he's with the Cardinals, and the Rays got back Randy Arozarena, I think a player to be named later, and then Jose Martinez, who then the Rays traded to the Cubs. After like 30 games for 2 players to be named later. Maybe those guys would be good. Honestly, like they could pull a diamond in the rough out of the Cubs system because I think that the Cubs still have a good minor league system. I just I don't get what they saw in a Arozarena to keep that trade as it was and get rid of Liberatore, who was I think like a top 10 prospect in their system. I mean,
I guess we have to see how Arozarena starts hitting. I don't know, but I'm curious about Rosarina. I think he needs more. Definitely, he's just hitting relief right now, right? Like that's the only. Or no, he went 1 for 4 the first game.
He led off yesterday.
Yeah,
that was like one of his. But like he hasn't played. Like this was. I think he just recently got called up.
Yeah.
So he hasn't played at all.
So give him some time. I think he looks shaky at the plate. He had to face Cole, even though Cole was shaky yesterday, and he's been shaking the last couple starts.
He has a small sample size. He's only had 26 at-bats in his career.
Exactly.
He's batting .269.
Which isn't terrible. Which is, not terrible. I think I'm more mad about Jake Cronenworth. That guy is going nuts for the Padres.
How did we give him up?
I think he was in one of the –
Was he in the Padres trade?
He might have been in the –
damn it.
He might have been in
the life of a Rays fan.
He might have been in the Renfroe trade. He probably was in the Renfroe trade.
Why would we trade away a guy from Michigan? Like honestly though, Michigan produces some studs in baseball.
Yeah,
true.
Low key.
It's true. That's such a baseball state.
That angers me. That angers me so. Here, I want to figure out exactly how. So they traded him and they traded him and Pham to the Padres for a player to be named later. Xavier Edwards and Renfro, and then they got Esteban Quiros, who is the player to be named later. So, I mean, that's an O. But, like, Cronenworth, I mean, right now, if we look at Cronenworth's stats, 4 homers, 17 RBI, 356 batting average, 1,034 OPS, 181 OPS plus, 3 triples, 36 hits, and 101 at-bats. He's got a 1.7 WAR too, so he's having a fantastic season.
To be fair, though, that probably looks mediocre in the Padres team, though. I mean, everybody's batting
That is true.
over there.
Yeah, that is true because Tatis is just on a new one, hitting home runs on anything. Player. He's really good. But do we think that the Rays should have gone out to get Norris or gone out to get Gallo, considering what was going on this year?
Despite like your desire for Gallo, I'm fine. If we are gonna make trades, we need arms. Just like considering how many pitchers are injured.
That's true.
I mean, I think we have 11 on the IL right now. But I'm fine not making trades. I mean, we're always the team that makes a lot of trades at the deadline, which is weird for us not to make any trades this year, but it already is a weird year anyways. But I'm fine with that. I mean, we're first in the AL. I think we're 18 and 22 in our last 2 games, including tonight's game, I think. Like, I think you keep this team together. You kind of let it gel, which we don't usually do, and I kind of get annoyed by that. But, like, let it gel, give it more time, and I like no moves, but that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, doing that, I think it puts a lot more confidence in your guys because, like, it makes the players believe that the organization believes in them as a whole, and they can and like they want to keep this team together as much as possible. So I like the no moves, and I also think that if we had like a slightly worse record, we probably would have been easier to deal. I think a lot of teams were just not dealing with us because they're like, well, we're kind of competing with them a little bit, and like we don't want to give them too much gas going into the playoffs, possibly.
Sorry. Quick score update from baseball. The Giants are currently beating the Rockies 23-3.
Oh my God!
They've scored a run in every inning.
Here. The Rockies were like 9-2 or 13-3 or something.
They've scored a run in every inning.
Oh my God! That's like that Orioles Astros game.
Alex Dickerson is 4 for 5 with 6 RBIs and 2 home runs.
3 home runs, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my
Does he have
God.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 3. He's the second guy today to have 3 because
Ozuna.
Ozuna had 3 with the Braves against whoever the heck that they played, which I don't.
And everyone was mad at Fernando for swinging 3-1.
The Braves played the Sox, I'm pretty sure, at Fenway.
Oh wow! Well, that's true. And he beat up on them.
Yeah.
So I guess I like Gallo. I just want a guy that can hit bombs. Like Gallo just seems like such a fun guy to have, but I also understand the other side of it, which is what Evan was just talking about, that we need to let this team gel because this team is good. I think the biggest thing right now is that we need to get, and we're going to go into a quick injury thing, and then obviously like a quick preview, but we need to let our guys gel, and we need to let this team gel because this team's doing really well right now. Obviously what we did in August, I don't know if that's going to be able to be replicated in the same way, but even if we go 500, the team is still in perfect playoff position, and like they don't need to go crazy in order to in order to finish the rest of the season. I mean, having Norris would have been nice out of the as an arm, but I also know that we're going to be getting arms back, so that kind of leads into the talking about the injuries. So obviously the Rays are one of many teams in baseball to have dealt with a lot of injuries. We're getting Charlie Morton back as a starter tomorrow. He'll have returned from the IL. I think, how many guys are out for the season? So I think it's 6 guys that are.
4 guys. It's Poche, Chirinos, Kittredge, and
McKay and Rowe.
Is Beeks out for the season too?
Beeks got.
It might be 7 because Rowe is being shut down, and then McKay's gone too.
Oh, is Yanni's out for the season too?
Yeah. Yanni's done. So, and then obviously there's a bunch of guys that are on the IL right now. So, trying to think in my head. Well, Yanni just went on the IL.
Nick Anderson, Oliver Drake. Morton is currently, but obviously, like you said, he's coming back.
Is there another? Yarbrough. Yarbrough had the groin problem.
Yarbrough back in probably a week. I mean, we need Anderson. We need Anderson back.
Yeah. Oh my God, Nick Anderson last year was on
we-
another level.
We need
That was
him
such
to
a good
get back.
trade. Even though didn't we give up Jesus Sanchez in that trade
Yeah, we did.
to the
But
Marlins?
Sanchez, Aguilar's looking good this year too, which kind of hurts. Oh wait, no, we didn't get him in that trade. Aguilar left in free agency, but yeah, I like that trade a lot because Stanek
Yeah.
sucks too. Stanek is not playing well either.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Richards and Anderson a lot better than Stanek.
Yeah,
I mean, you're getting two guys for one, and who knows how good Sanchez is going to be because the Marlins are probably just going to shop him in a few years.
talk about heat.
Sure.
Stanek, that guy threw. He didn't throw strikes, but he threw big time heat. And
him and
but I have one more thing to say about the deadline. I would be more upset if other teams did more than we did, but the Yankees didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Jays did a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Central, I feel like didn't do much other than
the Athletics really didn't do anything. The Twins really didn't do anything.
The Central as a whole.
The Indians got rid of half their team because the Padres were the craziest team. Right? I mean, the Indians lost Clevenger, which was huge.
Yeah, that was big news.
That's the thing. Like, if the Yankees were going out making moves, if other teams that were like a little bit behind us were making huge moves, I'd be a little bit upset. But no one really did much other than the Blue Jays and the Padres. So I'm pretty much fine with that. And honestly, I don't even know if I want to be in the 1 seed on if we have to play the Blue Jays.
I don't want to play the Blue Jays.
I don't want to play the Blue Jays either.
That's a dangerous team.
I'd rather lose the division to the Yankees than play the Blue Jays in the first.
I don't want to play the Blue Jays. I don't like Buffalo. I don't like Wings. I don't like anything about Buffalo. Just get rid of the city.
Toronto scares the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Toronto.
Those young guns. Oh my God.
I give them so much respect.
They didn't even have Bichette the last series, and they were still scary as hell.
Because the thing about Toronto is you could be up 20-0, and you could still feel like the game's not over.
No, Toronto scares the crap out of me.
I saw that in the playoff bracket today. I was like, if MLB tweeted, it was like, if the season ended today.
Yeah, I saw that, and I didn't like that at all.
And I'm like, no, we cannot play the Blue Jays.
I didn't like that at all.
That scared the hell out of me. But
yeah, I think so. So to quickly wrap things up, so we're gonna kind of go over a quick, I guess preview of what tomorrow is gonna be. So obviously Charlie Morton's taking the mound for the Rays. He's facing. I want to make sure I get Jordan Montgomery. So Morton right now is 1-1 with a 5.4 ERA. Obviously, he hasn't pitched that much, so his ERA is pretty high. Montgomery isn't that much better, 2-1 with a 4.44 ERA. Shout out Jay-Z for that one album that he put out.
Yep.
And I mean, obviously there's going to be a little bit, bad blood in the air, tensions rising. It's probably going to be similar lineups to what happened yesterday, because they obviously haven't put out lineups because it's midnight as we're recording this, and they haven't put anything out. But I'm not expecting much different than what's currently going on. I think it's going to be a good game. Lau needs to hit. That's my main thing is Lau needs to hit. And they need to get good contributions after Morton comes in because he probably won't pitch longer than 5 innings. So
yeah, 4. I'm giving him 4.
I think Cash said 40 to 50 pitches for him tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, three innings
hopefully
max.
He gets through 3 innings. That's what I'm hoping for. But
and then they just need good bullpen.
Is Montgomery? He's a lefty, right?
Yeah. So that means G-Man is going to be hitting from the right side, I guess.
Let's go.
Right-handed G-Man.
Is he still switching? I haven't seen him switching that much.
I don't think he is anymore. I think Cash said he's kind of done with that experiment for this season.
Oh.
But that was a great experiment.
That was a great experiment when he just hit.
Well, that means that was crazy. But that means that Lau's probably not going to be in the game. So
Meadows probably won't play either.
Yeah, they're gonna throw out their defensive switch stuff, which is just how they do that is the craziest thing ever.
We got Renfroe in the game tomorrow.
Woohoo! No, but maybe this will be the omen that Renfroe is just gonna go off.
Hopefully.
We need one of those games. He hasn't put one of those games in a while. He could just hit 2 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
He could just have another multi-home run game and just come out of nowhere.
I mean, Renfroe's big enough that I feel like he just sticks out his bat, pokes it to right field, it's gone. Like, especially at Yankee Stadium, like
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, you literally just have to half swing, and I feel like Renfroe could get it out.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he did that. I mean, it'd be great if he would.
Little Travis d'Arnaud action out there.
Honestly, we need that.
Yeah, I also like
one of the best games I've ever watched in my life, but
the Darno 3-homer game is just.
Oh, I went ballistic after that game.
I think I went to the game. I went to the game after that, and then that was the game that they lost.
Oh yeah.
So that hurt, but it's fine. But I got to see Darno absolutely light up Chapman, which is just one of the funniest things.
Yep, true.
That was awesome.
I also like how we're doing against them. Garrett Cole last season shut us down in the playoffs.
Things are changing.
And and then yesterday we go out there and we just, or like 2 days ago, I guess now, we just go out there and we hit the crap out of some balls, and we get scoring real early. I just like how we're doing it against the Yankees because that's a really powerful pitching group, and that can like compete against every team in the MLB.
It's a lot of good stuff moving forward. Honestly,
a lot of good stuff.
And with like the Cole game, yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever, we could have scored 8 or 9 runs that game. We had so many opportunities. We had runners on first and second at the beginning of, I feel like, 3 or 4 innings, and we scored probably 2 runs out of that.
True.
I mean, 2 runs came off a G-Man home run, 1 run came off a KK home run, and then G-Man had a single, and then I forget Margot had a single too. But yeah, we had base loaded, no outs, and we only got 1 run out of that. Like, obviously, I'll take the win, but we could have easily put up 7 or 8 or 9 runs on that.
Yeah, we got a problem with leaving men on.
Oh,
kind of.
That's just the Tampa Bay Rays, though. We've always had that issue.
Yeah, true.
I completely agree.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to how we react tomorrow. I hope we don't do anything stupid. I hope Cash kind of calms everybody down. Bullpen's it's gonna be a bullpen day tomorrow. It's pretty much. I mean, if Morton's only going probably at most 3, maybe 4 innings. I don't know who's going to come in to pitch because Beeks isn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to pitch the bullpen.
I guess Alvarez.
Alvarez?
We still got him.
True.
He's reliable.
Yeah.
I
think bullpen's going to be huge tomorrow.
Definitely.
Don't strike out a lot. Our right-handed batters have a tendency of striking out a lot. Obviously, Renfroe comes to mind. Diaz isn't playing, but he doesn't strike out that many times. But yeah, I think just keeping the ball in play and bullpen are 2 keys to the game.
Yeah. The rest of our schedule is pretty simple too. After the Yankees, we just got like the Nationals, the Marlins again.
We play a lot of interleague games. I feel.
Yeah, a lot of interleague. No more Blue Jays or Yankees though.
Thank goodness.
That's been our what's been our real kryptonite has been the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
Blue Jays.
That's
a team.
I'm so scared of them. I do not like playing them at all.
Exactly. It's always a thrill.
But that's the thing about the AL this year. All 8 teams that make the playoffs, they have a legit shot of winning it all. Like, I mean, maybe not the White Sox because they're still so young and they don't really have much experience. But the talent-wise, I could see them somehow. Like, if the Yankees still stay like injured, I could see the White Sox making a run, maybe.
Definitely. I'm curious to see in the playoffs what's going to happen when East meets West kind of thing because they haven't been playing each other at all, and we're gonna see how like their pitching stacks up to like the East's pitching.
But then obviously
there's
the
Central
DH in the NL too. So
true.
Sorry, there is DH in the NL. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it, right? Have we adjusted everything? Well,
is tomorrow a day game?
Tomorrow
it's a 7 o'clock game.
7 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah. So, so it should be a good game tomorrow to finish the series. But I think that for us, I think that's it for our first episode. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Obviously, we're gonna try to get these out a couple times a week for you guys. But thanks again for coming on. Obviously, we're gonna keep doing this. Thanks to everyone for watching. Let's hope to raise the roof this game today and raise up. And we'll talk to you guys later this week.
Raise up, baby.
Raise up, baby. Let's go.